Hey everyone, it's been a year. Konnichiwa, bitches. So it's time for our annual anime bold review dito sa Harriet. And today we are going to be reviewing Mankitsu Happening. Yeah, this is an anime na sinetap ko for a year to be reviewed. And I reviewed it December 4. Rewatch it. Pero, ang experience ko sa bold na anime na to, I'm not gonna say the H word, is it's one of those shows that I thought mature anime peak. You see, when I watched this the first time, I've seen things na hindi ko pa nakikita in terms of the reachability ng mga bold sa anime. I'm not a fan of tentacle anime, kaya hindi ako mag-review nun. And I swear that is something out talaga, out of this world. Pero in terms of normality, or yung pagiging over the top niya in normal senses, this won't take the peak. I think anime peak and anime bold peak here, and it's all going down the quality after reviewing this. I mean after I watched this, and I've watched this like during the pandemic. Okay, it's not something normal. There were times that we're here indoors. I have to watch Mankitsu Happening on my PC. Okay? So yeah, this titillated me a lot of times. And I want to introduce the cast dito sa bold na to. We got yung ating protagonist, si Keiichi Oyamada, which is yung typical bold anime protagonist. So, before anything else, alam ko lang is si Makoto Ito ng School Days. Of course, ecchi yun. Pero never ako naka-encounter na walang mata. So the first time when I saw this anime na bold, I saw Keiichi for the first time. And I was like, wow, why doesn't he have eyes? And a friend of mine actually said something that this typical art style is a common trope on mature anime protagonists na wala silang mata. And I was like, really? Nanood ako ng mga mature na anime before and may mga mata sila. Like the next anime I'm going to review. Pero pero announce ko yun mamaya. Yun. We got yung first girl dito, si Kururu Hiragi, who is playing yung childhood friend ni Keiichi. And she is yung loli type archetype, pero ang laki ng dibdib niya, ang laki ng assets niya. And then we got yung boss ni Keiichi sa trabaho, si Rei Suzukawa, the one whose face you are seeing right now. Okay. So Rei Suzukawa is your, I don't know, dummy mommy type. Ayan. Kasi yun yung energy na dala niya sa bold na to sa palabas na to sa anime na to Then we got the idol type, si Otona Mitsuki, March 7. Someone actually said that Mitsuki is March 7, kaya Mitsuki tawag sa kanya sa Honkai Star Rail in Japan. Pero yun. So Otona, she's yung idol. She's like a pop idol. And yung karibal nila na si Sayaka Mido. Okay, so the story is Keiichi is losing a job kasi meron siyang condition where he actively awakens the sexuality of women. Na kung saan trabaho siya mapadpad, nasisisante siya kasi na-end up siya na natutulog sa mga babae doon. We got a collage of girls na nabiktima nito ni Keiichi. And he swear it's a condition. Ayun. na may charm siya, may Riz factor siya to the na gumagana to the point na end up makipagtalik sa babae. So his friend referred to him in the manga cafe Freedom. So manga cafe in Japanese is mankitsu. So if you translate it wholly in English, it's manga cafe happening. At naging boss niya dito si Rei Suzukawa. Binalaan na ni Keiichi na meron siyang ganung sumpa or riz or charm sa mga babae. Rei swears na hindi yun mangyayari sa kanya. Establishing the dominant personality. And then yung first customer ni Keiichi dito sa manga in the first episode is Kururu Hiragi, yung childhood friend ni ni Keiichi, who is actually all grown up, na develop na yung breast part niya, at ito yung napansin ni Keiichi. Ang tawag ni Kururu kay Keiichi is Oni-chan, like big brother, kasi yun nga, magkakabata sila eh. At nadatnan, habang nag-round si Keiichi, nadatnan niya sa isang booth itong si Kururu na pinipleasure yung sarili niya, at namboso naman ito si Keiichi. The charm is working, they end up having sex. Ito naman si Rei-san, dumaka doon sa booth kung saan nagtatalig si Kururu sa si Keiichi. Narinig niya at tumingin siya, she overlooked the booth and they saw the two having sex. And later in the night, the charm worked, nadulas atas tong si Rei sa ibabaw ni Keiichi. Nadulas si Rei sa ibabaw ni nadulas si Keiichi sa ibabaw ni Rei. At for some reason, kasi galing sila sa CR, nakalitaw yung sausage ni Keiichi at pumasok sa bunganga ni Rei. And this becomes yung kanilang sex encounter. And yes, that's episode 1. Episode 2, nagtatrabaho na sa cafe itong si Kururu. They got some mishap, so yun, nagtalik si Kururu sa kasi Rei sa isang alleyway ng no, that was third episode, sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. So we got sa episode 2, we got introduced to Mitsuki to Otona. Siya ay isang idol na nagtatago siya technically sa mga fans, and her favorite hangout spot is Freedom Cafe. And nalaman ito ni Keiichi kasi namukhaan niya, idol niya, and then for some reason yung soda fountain biglang sumabog at tumulo kay Otona, and she got wet, and we get to see some exposed part of her lingerie bumabakat sa damit kasi nabasa siya, di ba? And she used the shower. On Keiichi checking up to her para magsasorry, pinapasok siya ni Otona, and Keiichi describes the situation na meron siyang sumpa or charm, and tanggap naman ito ni Otona, and then suddenly they have sex in the shower. Ayun. Paglabas nila, nakaabang si Kururu sa si Rei, at pumasok sila dun sa kwarto, and they all have sex. So the first one is Rei sa si Keiichi. Rei using the asking Keiichi to puncture her in the ass. Okay? Tapos si Otona sa si Kururu, they got turned on, and they decide to slurp on the milking breast ni Rei. And dito ako sumuko. Okay? Dito ako bumigay. And it's like, when I saw this scene, this is where anime bold peak. The episode ends. Episode 3, they met the Sayu, yung rival. Dahil Sayaka yung rival. Dahil sa aksidente kay Keiichi. Pero parang hindi tumalab yung sumpa ni Keiichi. Tumatong si Sayaka sa mukha ni Keiichi. Keiichi proceeds to do something on her assets. Pero hindi tumalab, nagalit si Sayaka and vows to end Freedom Cafe. So, walang mga customer na dumadaan kasi binuksan ni Sayaka yung bagong manga cafe nila. And what Keiichi did is he had sex with each of the girls. So, yung nasasabi ko earlier that happened in episode 3, Kururu and Keiichi had sex when Kururu fell over and Keiichi caught her. Kururu felt that the sausage is getting hard, so grinab niya to and they proceeded to have sex. Then, ito naman si Otto na lumibog ulit and nag-sex sila ni Keiichi sa loob ng cabinet. And then they started slurping their tongues, di ba? Habang naghahanap si Rey ng tao. Kasi alam ko incapacitated si Kururu kasi nagtatalik. Tapos nagtatalik naman si Keiichi sa si Otto na sa cabinet. And then sa huli, yun, si Rey yung tinira ni Keiichi. Ang running gag dito, hindi naubusan ng white juice itong si Keiichi, and they always ask him, is it, I think, parang ganun, kaya pa. Ayun. Episode 4, they infiltrated the rival company and saw that the curse actually affected Sayaka, and Sayaka is playing with herself, and then they started to do something on Sayaka. They expose her for doing indeed acts of lasciviousness during the work, and nagsara yung kape ni Sayaka. And yeah, they all celebrated with sex. All in all, I see Mankitsu happening very good, very nice na Hindi siya, I'm not going to say it's refreshing. I'm not going to say it's good, but I think for me, this is where I peak. Lahat ng mga bold, mature na anime na napanood ko after does not compare to Mankitsu happening. Like, at all. So, yeah. Very good. Very good. Very good. Okay, so, that's my opinion naman sa Mankitsu happening. And, yeah. Okay, so, next year, we will be reviewing Sweet Home H Onesan. So, this is the 2025 annual anime that makes you feel funny. Okay? So, it's Sweet Home. Sweet Home yung ating reviewin for next year. See you next year on Anime Bold Review. This is your God Gamer, Harriet. Goodbye and good night.